Hello and welcome back to Disco Elysium. So, we are going to go and try and go on a date. That's step number one. The second thing that we're going to do, if that fails, or, you know, if we go on the date, is we are then going to go and sleep. And that's pretty much the plan. It's a 2-point plan. It's not really that complicated, but that's alright. We can cope with that. Uncomplicated plans are good. Now, of course, we could have gone and spoken to Joyce. We could have gone and spoken to the smoker, but Kim isn't with us. And, well, when Kim isn't with us, we're not a very good policeman. Ooh, what's this? Seems the walker was either very confused or drunk out of his mind. Well, given the walker was us, I'm going to say drunk out of his mind. Just checking. Old lady's still there. Our room is still good. Right. So, what's her check? Suggestion, I think. But I want to double check.
The waves are beginning to die down.
It is suggestion.
Look at
so it's
those
a
little
3...
bastards.
It's a
Simmer down, bastards.
Yes, it's a 3% chance on our suggestion. So, let's first of all, very quickly, just switch into our suggestion gear. Assuming we have suggestion gear, which we may not, but we currently have 0 on suggestion on the left-hand side, so there we go. Blue coat. Oh yeah, that's good. Anything else? No, I think it's just blue coat. That might be it for our suggestion. We really don't have anything that gives a suggestion. Oh, we're not even wearing our, not wearing our plus drama bow tie, but drama did lie to us recently, so, you know, we're still getting over that. And, because suggestion is a purple, yes indeed it is, I can take one of those. There we go. Psyche raised. Oh! Yes, let's just stop ourselves from dying there.
The waves are beginning to die down.
17%.
Look at those little bastards.
Alright.
Simmer down,
She needs to go on a date with another drunk. Badly. Ooh! Oh yes, she does. You need to get your drink on. There is no other way for human beings to procreate. Not after 6,000 years of yeast cultivation-based mating rituals. Well, since the dawn of mankind, Al Ghul has watched over the reprocreation of our species. Lay with me. Let's celebrate the Ghul. Now there's a whole shipment of big words. She looks at you from head to toe. May mankind be plentiful, I guess. Can I get back to my nets now? She doesn't even understand you asked her out. Maybe you're still too sober to pull it off right now. Try again later. There we go. Hello.
The waves are beginning to die down.
1 and 4.
Look
Let's
at
go.
those little bastards.
Failed
Simmer
again.
Down. Simmer down, bastards.
Alcohol makes closeness possible. Let's connect. Alcohol? Connect? I'm not sure I'm following you. There's confusion in her eyes. Get hammered with me on a date. Drunk date. It'll be nice, I promise. She bursts out laughing. That's a good impression. You really cracked me up, officer. Now can I help you? Alright, let's try it again. Level. Go.
The
Hello.
waves are beginning to die
42%
down.
chance. Let's go.
Look at those little bastards.
Ooh.
Simmer down.
I want to be close
Simmer
to you,
down,
but there's
bastards.
but one way to intimacy. Eh? She looks confused. What? Drunk date. Tapping on my throat. All we need is booze, the rest will follow. Funny, funny, funny sailor jokes. She nods without smiling. Sorry if I'm not laughing out loud, but the comedy has worn thin over the years. Great, now you're reminded of the husband. It's okay. She hasn't figured out how these things work between the sexes. Keep at it, she'll come around. Alright, voice in my head, let's go. Suggestion 8. It's now by far our highest skill. Let's go.
The waves are beginning to die
58,
down.
let's go.
Look at those little bastards.
Really? Alcohol,
Simmer
man. That's
down.
exactly what she needs. Now
Simmer
make her
down,
see that.
bastards.
I like you, but I'm afraid to be around you because you're a woman. Okay, where's this going? I need to be drunk. You do too. Please get drunk with me on a drunk date. Absurdly and pointedly phrased. She doesn't laugh. You can be quite funny, officer. Anyway, what did you want? Well, that was embarrassing. Hello. I'd like a bed, please. The buzz of electric lights blends together with the slow rumble of ocean waves at night. You're still up? Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours a night. It happens when you grow older. She sloshes the water in the bucket around for a bit. My suggestion is don't grow any older than you already are. That's old enough. She smiles. What's troubling your mind? Actually, is that free room still available? Change your mind, did you? I thought you might. Want to find a better deal than free. Don't make this old washerwoman regret giving the police the key to her house. She takes the key from under her apron and hands it to you. Here. Wait, oh, really? Oh, okay, cool. What we got here? We have a book, a primer for small kids. Oh, we'll take that. The door is closed for today. Time to put the kids to sleep. Oh, okay, so this is her shack. Well, let's go inside then. Shack door. The door has seen better days. Layers of paint have started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted. Let's unlock it. Is there anything I can steal in the shack? Probably not the best thing to think, but you know, there we go. Oh, what's that? The floorboards creak under your step. You see waves, the sea, and a church. Old science fiction magazines, books about birdwatching, an almanac from 39. This intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving out pleasant warmth. What's this on the wall? An old mirror hangs on the wall. Oh, it's the same. Alright, so this is just literally like our room back at the Whirling Rags. On the table you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin. I can get rid of my chops? Is shaving the right call? The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic. Leave it for a second, but okay. I think I do, but I want to make sure my hand-eye coordination is good enough, so let's do that. We could almost look, you know, normal. Oh, perish the thought. Right, we got anything else? Just say, any of this give me hand-eye coordination? Something's got to give me hand-eye coordination, right? No? I have no negatives or positives for hand-eye coordination. Oh, okay then. Let's do this. Go, 72%. I'm happy I succeeded because I'm worried that failure would have led to death. Like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman, you use the small mirror and a straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line. Oh wow, we look very different. The sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender, the air brushing against it chillily. Let's feel our clean-shaven cheeks. Oh, it got us health. They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath. Was shaving the right call? The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe. You almost look like a professional. Your face, such as it is, a regular human face, sans expression. Okay. Oh, we also have a suggestion with a net, but that's probably shut. Okay. Well, we look a bit weird now, don't we? We look very odd. I'm gonna put back on my black coat as well. Yeah. Oh my god, we do look almost like a professional. That's shocking. Right, I'm gonna read the book now, the primer for kids. Book, primer for small kids. Textbook for the first grade in primary school. On the cover, a humanoid bear is pushing a wheelbarrow full of letters. He's not doing a good job. Letter S is dangerously tangling from the cart, while E fell off a long time ago. Children should pay more attention. You hold in your hands the colourful primer. The title reads, A Primer for Small Kids. There's a bear involved. Exactly what I need. This book will show you the score, get you orientated with the basic concepts you appear to be hazy on. The anthropomorphic bear will give you the lowdown of your life. On what? The alphabet. Let's flip through the pages. Every page has one word designated to one letter of the alphabet, with a faded illustration. Most of them are scientific and cultural principles. It goes as follows. Let's do this. A is for azimuth, B is for Boreas, C is for cosine, D is for diamat, E is for ellipses, F is for phlogiston, G is for gamut. This doesn't seem normal. H is for homeboy, I is for icon, J is for jura, K is for collapse, L is for laudanum, M is for myriad, N is for nadir, O is for aureole, P is for perihelion. Yeah! Q is for quasar, R is for rhododendron, S is for sinus, T is for tricolor, U is for ultra, V is for vector, W is for warhit, X is for xylophone, Y is for yestava, Z is for zenith. That's it? That's it. You know the alphabet now. Yeah! I know the alphabet. And I shaved. It's time to go to bed now. I've had a full day. The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest. Go to sleep. The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep. Like a
deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes. Then, tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
Forgot that they did this part. Dark shore my ass. I know what this is.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately? Murdered anyone lately?
Now you see, that would be a twist. If we did the murder, and because of that got absolutely drunk out of our minds, and then just passed out. That'd be crazy. However, I think we arrived after the murder happened, so that seems unlikely. This bastard isn't even listening to you.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people. And then forgets about it.
Okay, so I'm a murderer and that's bad.
Hear that? He doesn't even flinch. Iceman doesn't care about killing people. That's nothing to him. Blackwater, under the bridge. The thing he's really scared of is much, much worse than that.
What is it?
Don't tell him, sister. It's too bad.
They're right. This is their function, to keep you from it. Why are you doing this? I just want to sleep. I can almost see the dark. You know what? If Felician tells us we don't need to know, we don't need to know.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream, the worst of them all.
The last dream?
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
And the air will smell of apricots.
Of hell. An ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. everything is okay again.
Everything is so okay.
Doesn't sound like it will be okay.
Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
Oh no. The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church. Okay. Why is that the last thought in my head? That I saw the stained glass window of the god Dolores Day? Oh, well, I'm awake. No, it'd be nice. We could have a haircut as well. Dunno, or at least a hairbrush. That would be amazing. Okay, well, let's head out. I guess this also explains, even though we don't have more people in our party, why you get the pictures at the bottom left. Oh, Kim met us here instead. That's cool. I like that he met us here. But it explains why we have the pictures here if we can change over time, even though there's not like multiple. Although it does seem like there's space for there to be more, so maybe there's a path you can take where you recruit multiple people. Right, where do we want to go? Let's start back at the church, because the church has the people who were setting up the dance music stuff, and that seems like that should be step number 1, right? Because, well, we're close to it, and I'm most interested in that outcome. So, let's head in. Right, church, they were setting up big speakers. That was the plan that we last heard. Alright, I'm in. Is it still silent over here? A little bit. What's up here? This looks like a tiny chemistry lab. These nose-fed bottles, or those nose-fed bottles, tanks of distilled water. They really have an interesting setup here, like kids preparing for a school science fair. It's pretty neat. Are we sure about this? Something smells fishy. Nah, that's just the smell of healthy experimentation and lots of chemicals. Hey Andre, what's all this? Oh, we're just trying to see if we can come up with some cool new special efforts to add to the visual aspect of our club experience. He gestures towards the setup proudly. We tinker with things, art, music, chemistry. I'm not sure I'm buying what you're selling. What kind of effects? Oh, some chemicals when mixed up can, you know, change colour and sort of blow up. Blow up! Blow up! The young man with the large head pumps his fist in the air. Not like, you know, in a dangerous way. He throws Egghead an uneasy glance. Or, well, we're not going to do it in a dangerous way. Besides, did you know that smell experiences are all the rage now at the most forward-thinking venues? She looks up for a moment. Very big in art circles. Yes, chemistry has many uses in police work too, Lieutenant says, deadpan. The young man looks startled for a moment, then flashes you his most winsome smile. I hope you get to experience one of our light smell shows sometime, sir, he says, nodding his blonde spiked head vigorously. It'll be a blast. Feel free to come back later and have a blast with these exemplars of youthful avant-gardism, but we really need to return to the present now. Okay, Kim, you're right. Oh, also, Kim, what do you think of my clean-shaven face?
Yes.
So, I shaved. Yes. Lieutenant stares at your shaven face. His eyes narrowed. He mumbles. I don't know what to say. He coughs, perhaps. What is it, Kim? You can tell me, Kim. I'm not really sure about this turn of events. I think the mutton chops might have been a better idea. They sort of seem to cover up the... He stops. Either way, good on you. Lieutenant gathers himself. You were saying... Nothing. Oh, a bit deflated now, to be honest, but okay. Hello.
Yes, what is it?
He doesn't look up from the keyboard. How's the project going? I see your neighbours have moved in, but all I hear is Nordic dance music. What? She leans closer, eyes knitted together in a puzzled expression. What did you say? I can barely hear. You can barely hear her over the thumping bass of the Nordic dance music. I said, how's the project going? I can't hear you, she shouts, pointing at the enormous speaker that's churning out the sound. The music is too loud. The project, how is it going? Oh, the project. Her face lights up for a second, before she gives you an exaggerated head shake. It's not going well. Why? There is that guy, she points to Egghead, who's raving behind his turntables on a brightly lit stage. I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so that I can route the audio signal through the mixer and the speakers. Why don't you just ask him? He doesn't listen to me. He only seems to care about hardcore and Yakota, a place to be, apparently. I'll speak to him, see what I can do. Thanks, maybe you can get through his magic rhymes. He does jazz hands to mock him. Let me know how it goes. Oh, well, we can do that. But first of all, actually, I think we can finish a quest by speaking to him.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000!
He waves his hands in an unbelievably lame, non-hardcore manner.
Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
He looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out the sound.
Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honours, detective?
What do you propose as the name, Andre? The name? He appears to mull it over, one hand idly touching his hair. Everything I managed to come up with just sounds just wrong. Andre's overthinking it, says the girl off the microphone. Yes, you should do it, detective. The speed freak with yellow beads around his neck is looking at you. It would be good for the signs. Noid's right. You've helped us so much, it's the right thing to do. Asil, what would you suggest as the name? How about something simple like the club? Too modern. Andre shakes his spiky head, and too ironic. We don't want ironic, we want real and true and beautiful like the morning after the rave. Egghead, you must have a lot of ideas. Yakota! The freak with a large head yells from the stage, waving his hand in the air. Yakota, the place to be! Yakota, the zone of ecological catastrophe? That's too morbid, Egg. Got anything else? Hardcore! A witless, victorious smile adorns his face. Hardcore to the mega! No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Andre looks worried as he comes to this realization. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene. Noid, give me your 2 cents on the issue. The amnesia. Like that? I can't remember the name of the club. Amnesia. Amnesia. It's not amnesia, guys. Suna, do you have an opinion on this? I don't. Good, we have too many opinions anyway. Kim, how would you name the club? I wouldn't build a club and I wouldn't name it either. An underground place with no name sounds like something a crabman would say. We're not going with anything the crabman would say. Why not? The crabman has ideas to sell. Ideas from another level of consciousness. I don't care. I don't like the crabman and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please. I think I've come up with a name. You have? Andre stops touching his hair. Well, what's the name? Definitely. It has to be. It's all come together. It's Disco Elysium. Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean Elysium? But Disco Elysium? He looks unsure. Isn't it wacky? Disco's kinda gone, isn't it? Forgotten. The past is the future, but the future is dead. No, it's beautiful, beautiful and brave, like we want to be. And short and memorable. It's settled then. Everyone, welcome to Disco Elysium. A light beam washes over the dance floor, bathing it in violet blue. Andre breaks into a frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat. You should go with the flow, join in on the experience. Let's start tapping our foot. Feels good, it feels right. But what is this? What's this thing that Andre is doing with his limbs? What are you doing, Andre? I'm dancing. He performs yet another strange pattern of moves, but doesn't look very cool or modern. Honestly, it looks kind of lame. That softcore gyrating is supposed to be dancing? We should talk about it. We should talk about your so-called dancing. Yes, my man. He jumps up and down with glee, his moves punctuated by the stroboscopic flash of the club lights. Talk? What's there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves? I've been meaning to ask you, what's with the hair? It's to express my individuality. Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding. Is it because you're balding? Or because I'm balding, yes. I want to fuse the remains of my hair together before it leaves me. I want to show my hair. I don't give a fuck how old you think I am. I'm 20. How old are you, Andre? Not 20. Is it important for you to be an individual? Of course it is. Otherwise I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. General issue, man. Now I'm all that and I have radical spikes. Fair enough. He looks at the molten toothbrush. Maybe it was a bad idea anyway. Okay, right. We need to get our composure going. Composure game. Do we have anything that lowers it? No. Do we have anything that raises it? Thinking that's another no. Oh, composure shoes. Okay, it's not a complete no. We're at like, what is it? 12%? Something like that? Ooh, plus composure. No, it's minus composure trousers, so that's not going to work. Well, let's try it. I mean, we've got very low chance.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
So we're still at 3% even with that. You know what? We are going to try it again, but yeah.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body would form to bring this strange music into life. For now, such ferocity of motion is beyond you.
But just imagine the moves you could pull to this futuristic beat.
Puts a grin on your face just to think about it. Even a failed attempt gets the juices flowing and repairs some of the damage done by battles lost. If you up the dose and truly dance, who knows what will happen. It's odd, our limbic system doesn't often talk to us outside of dreams. Salvation! Right. So let's put back on our other shoes. There we go. We're still working on that thought we have as well, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah, we're still working on the thought. Okay, let's go speak to Egghead.
DeLorean Church! The place to be! Make some noise, my church people!
Large speakers are set up behind the young man, blasting a familiar song. He stands on stage behind a table, nodding along to the music and waving his hand in the air. In front of him, the audio mixer. One reel spinning. The other reel deck is empty. Cables run hither and thither. On one side, you can see an auxiliary line with the number 4.5 written on it. Maybe your body can tell you what Arno van Eyck's jam is missing to make it harder core. Maybe. How'd you like it in the church? Yeah, back on the case, no disgrace. He bumps his fist in the air. Bring it down to the party place. The first chapter of the second chapter. His voice echoes all around the grand hall. Could it be, maybe for him, you only have a chapter or two left in you? Last for the penultimate, more like. Hey, can you please route Suna's signal through your speakers? To the Mega, yeah. You get serious. I can route it through auxiliary. What kind of cable does she use? 3.5 or 4.5? 3.5, no doubt about it. It's on the ground. Oh, she uses 3.5. An uncomfortable pause follows. Yeah, the auxiliary line is 4.5mm. Those two don't mix. Oh no. Lieutenant closes his eyes. We are going to be in this church forever. Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here. He searches for the cable on the ground, picks it up, looking at the jack. Hang on, this easy 4.5. All good people. With a grin, he sticks the plug into the auxiliary line in. You hear a satisfying click. Whoa, thank God, adapters noticeably degrade the sound quality. Great. Someone got through to him. Okay, let's get this all set up. Can we turn the music off, please? Egg, the music? Everybody, don't panic. I'm just going to turn off the Arno for just a sec, the young man shouts as he clicks the switch on the mixer. For a special scheduled event. The Arno will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. He turns to you. Alright, go tell that egghead. Tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to our tunes, and then I'll turn off the music. Alright. We need some physical instrument for the next part, though. Let's just see. See if I'm sure we have physical instrument. Pain threshold? There we go, physical instrument -2. Well, that's not really where we want to go with that. We have anything lowering it right now? No. I'm sure we have something that raises physical instrument, but what it is, for the life of me, I couldn't tell you. Oh, there we go. That shirt gives us physical instrument. That's a plus. That's a plus. Our authority's -4 with it on, but you know. This one also gives us physical instrument for pretty much no. Well, that's no negative, so it is better right now. None of our tools give us physical instrument, do they? No. Okay. I'm not holding anything in my left hand, weirdly. I just also, yeah. Why am I not holding that? There we go. That's better.
Good morning!
Let's try.
Yeah! Hardcore!
Let's try this. Find out what the jam's missing. I succeeded? You know it in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate, in your heart that's alone, and in your solar plexus where the hit should land. So does every chordate animal. Needs more bass. What? The young man makes a sudden move like he's about to turn the volume down, but that would be ridiculous. And a good melody is what the song... a good melody is what makes the song really stick, so that you can't get it out of your head anymore. Wow, okay, we should start with the melody, but where would I get that stuff from? I don't know, but I was thinking you would know. I'm sorry, I don't know anything about the Nordic music. I'm just a party boy. I get the people going and then I say it's hardcore. He feels ashamed because he can't be of more service to the future of dance music. Okay, I'll look into it. In an official capacity, it's up to the police to make the beats go harder. The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation. Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Eyck's Jam. Yeah, maybe the street hawker across the pawn shop has some tapes to sell. That's just an idea. Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Copman. Copman! Yells Egghead. Hey, I have a tape with me. Maybe you can use it to improve Van Eyck's Jam. Tape, yeah! He grins. Spin the tape until the space escape, yeah! I got you this banging Mega Mix. Oh no. I'm gonna give him Great Door Gunner Mega Mix. Alright. He snatches the tape from your hand and attaches it to an empty reel slot. One hand on his headphones, he listens to the audio, then shaking his head, he says, No, no, no. This is going to make people scared. He hands the tape back to you. Keep it positive. Keep the love in the house. Okay, never mind. Well, that's fine. Hello, Tsuna.
Yes, what is it?
Alright, I talked to Egghead. He plugged in the cable. You can now unmute your speakers. Okay, but... She seems hesitant, her eyes still fixed on Egghead. Think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit, just in case? Maximum! Shouts Egghead, a great smile still adorning his face larger than a red dwarf star. Maximum is the only way! I know it is, but could you please just turn it down? Just this instant, just this one time, maximum is not the only way, okay? Pump it to the brick, pump it to the hard master, there is no other way, glue style. Glue style? Well, there literally is no other way. The mixing desk is glued to the maximum. See? He turns to face you, ready to give up. He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless. Why do you want to turn down the volume? Because I'm afraid that something might happen. It's an unknown phenomenon. He turns to Egghead. We can always turn it back up if there's a need. And turn down the hardcore. I think what Egghead is trying to say here is that the volume button is stuck on maximum. Of course it is. She shrugs, consigned to her fate. Yeah, permanent enlightenment, ray of sound. Never mind then, let's get on with our project. I'm going to unmute the speakers on the count of 5. Everyone ready? She looks around in church. Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop. Born ready, says Andre. Ready, yells Noid. Finally, Assail turns to face you and Kim. I'm ready if you two are, detectives. Lieutenant nods stoically. Suddenly your palms are sweaty. The church seems cold and large somehow. Hold on for a moment. No, actually, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute, disengaged. She lifts her hand from the keyboard. Complete silence fills the room. No wind outside, no waves, no floorboards creaking, total continuous silence. This is unnatural. The woman looks around. In the silence you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air, then stops. Plasterwork begins to crumble down the walls. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate. It will devour everything. The floorboards, the glass, the streets, and the people, nothing will remain. Guys, what's going on? There's an alarm in the man's voice as he steps back to scan the surroundings. A slight rattle like crystal clattering in the cupboard fills the air, joining the chorus. This fragile world is about to break. It's getting louder, says Noid, his eyes riveted on the strange circle of water basins. In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling. Hosanna, Mother Omega! You hear Egghead yell, then something else, but his voice is growing faint. In his mind, a tidal wave approaching from afar, swallowing the entire coastline. On its way, salvation. It was in me at first. The beauty and the beat, the future of dance, planetary. No, Egg, it's the window. The glass shards around Dolores Day's vacant heart appear to be vibrating from the sound. It almost looks like she's alive. In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside cautiously, his eyes searching for a possible evacuation route. The window is going to come down. No, the roof. She looks up. Screech fills the air. A scream of wood and nails. The pillars and of the church twist and creak above you and around you. Cracks appear in the stained glass window. Cracks run up the wooden pillars in the dark. Come down to us, love. It's shaking the building's foundation. The floor twists. That's it. I'm muting it. She reaches for the keyboard. Everyone, don't panic. It's beautiful. Beautiful core. Beautiful life. Shit. It doesn't stop. The woman is furiously pressing down on her keyboard, but the sound doesn't stop. Assail, have you... Yes, I've turned it off. She yells, holding her contact mic in her hand. Andre, pull down the compressor. The place is going to come down. Oh, fuck. Andre frantically smashes buttons. I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's not in here. It's... The mixing desk now, building into a positive feedback loop. This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. The glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down. Egghead, whatever you do, don't stop it. But then it stops. Totally and utterly, as if there never was a sound. Only your ear is still ringing from the shock. Everyone is staring at Egghead, holding a tangling cable in his hand. A black 3-pin connector. Egg. I pulled the plug, he says calmly. It was getting too hardcore. You did good, Egg. Andre breathes a sigh of relief and inspects the windows. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you were recording that. 4 years, the woman whispers. 22 people, millions of reals, and all that time, this is what we were up against? Just erased it. Her lip trembles. Zulislav isn't going to believe this. Yeah, but did you record it, though? It was dope. I think we can use it. Yes, Andre. She composes herself, wipes the dust off her sweater and rests her hands on the keyboard. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now. Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too, and you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's a start. Kim, did you hear that? It was very hard not to. I think you're right. She turns to the woman. There is something going on. You need to be very careful with it. I promise, officer, I will not play it again. What was that? I've never heard anything like it. It was mathematical information from the anomaly presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically, theoretically. She shakes her head. I have no idea. I've never heard anything like it. Her voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after the exposure. You're going to write to Zulislav? Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers if they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear that it wasn't her fault or theirs. They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording, although I doubt they have speakers to produce the frequency anyway. What happens now? Are you going to... Stay here. She cuts you off, her deft fingers already on the keyboard. I'm going to stay here with these lunatics, send letters, maybe meet Zulislav, and devise further measurements. I want you to know that that's totally chill with us. I don't care, she blurts, then reconsiders, but thank you anyway. That's the best she can manage for Andre. Quite a lot, in truth, for her at least. Now, her hands move on the keyboard. I have a theory to come up with, some kind of preliminary explanation to all this, or the letter will sound like I've lost my mind. Yes, and we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez, he breathes out as if trying to shake off tension, instead of demolishing it with loud bass noise of unknown origin. You have an explanation for all this, somewhere deep in you. You just don't have all the pieces yet. You don't know enough about the world, but that Joyce, if you knew all she knows, you could put it together. I can form a theory on the 2mm hole in the world. So I've heard of the doomed commercial area, I've investigated it, but pale unknown. Wait, what do I need? Was that encyclopedia?
Yes.
That's logic. Okay. Well, let's boost our logic a little bit. That's not 10 is not impossible. Wait, is it impossible? Let's see this first. Is 10 impossible? What's it at?
What is it?
The 3%, so we're at 8. Yeah, so we would need to get another 2 at least to make that possible. Well, or like reasonably possible. Let's try it. I mean, there's no penalty because we get a positive and that just unlocks the check again, so. I quite like that about white checks, is that there's no real reason not to do it. Because it will unlock later. Unless you just don't want to do the check, which I have done a few times. But, you know, like you don't want the outcome of the check. That's fine. So we're at -1? I don't know if -1 is enough.
Yes, what is it?
Nah, -1's not really going to cut it. Although maybe that's already including the +2 as well. Let's put on these glasses again. That's fine. Right. Anyone else to speak to in here while we're still here?
You got us in, cop? I can't believe you got us in.
He looks around the hall examining the carpentry with wonder in his sharp eyes.
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority, but you really came through for the hardcore underground.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground. How come?
I love how Kim's just like, right, we've done all of this. It spent us days, but why did you do it again? Andre is busy cutting some slightly less lame but still quite ungainly shapes on the church floor, sweating profusely. A sail is using a contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the base. Sire, the tent. 'Twas a security viskin in here. Sanctuary. 'Twas noble of you. Well, let's see. I did it for mankind. For all of mankind.
Okay.
Lieutenant keeps it laconic. What he means is, I don't believe you actually think you did it for all mankind, but whatever keeps you in high spirits is okay by him. Noid, what do you think about the church? It's a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more. He rubs his hands together. How old do you think this church is? Over 300 years? That's right, the first settlers built it. +6, more like. On the coast here was one of the first things they did. Must have been really scared of something, but I understand. Alone in an uninhibited archipelago, forced to face themselves and nature. Pre-industrial quantities of solitude, the sea, perhaps something more fundamental. He means something paranatural. He must. I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well. His voice echoes in the wooden cavern of the church. Something more fundamental? You mean the sound anomaly? Maybe. He looks up under the rafters. Maybe they were unable to face the nature of the world, perishing. What style is this church built in? A cop who's into building critique. He taps a floorboard. Okay then, this is a folk DeLoreanism. Lawmongerer. It's a subset of early DeLorean architecture. I'm not just a cop, I'm an art cop. Hard of core. He nods appreciatively. Okay, but what is DeLorean architecture like? Total. Everything between an ancient concrete cathedral and a glass cube is DeLoreanism. This is just a homespun version of it, folksy stuff, early mass production. They made thousands like it. Does that help you out? What would a DeLorean building look like? Like that woman there. He nods towards the stained glass window. Vertical, thin, white, a false image of grandeur. The source of the system is up there, you're at the bottom. They really dug that power vertical. Like to show off large and intricate structured spires, arches, to put you down with them. They were really into painting everything white too. Virginial shit, you know, marriage shit, virtue and tyranny. Hey, this church isn't painted white as far as I can tell. Stands to reason it used to be white on the outside. He peeks out a small window in the dark, before the sea wind took all the paint off. Year after year, flake after flake, white, washed clean and covered in green moss. What did you mean by dead bodies? Dead bodies are perennial plants, he taps in the wood. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing we came along. The spiritual collapse has been total. Spiritual collapse? I saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, cop man? He continues without waiting for an answer. After a short while, they shuddered and went away. They had sensed that she could no longer see them, and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother wasn't her body, but whatever it was that made her body live. End of quote. This is a high quality carcass. He kicks the floorboard. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it. First, where's that quote from? A Surrey's man who lived a long time ago, an ancient hardcore brother. So what you're saying is you're not a big fan of the inocentric system? A 3,000-year-old tyrannical regime of history built and maintained by hundreds of generations of self-appointed intellectuals. He looks around. His false core. The way he says it, the false in the false core is invested with 20 kilotons of disgust. But you guys said the ecclesiasts were all about love and hardcore before, remember? I only said unity. One word. Figures of authority always misquote you. He points to his friends. Andre doesn't care about the ecclesiasts. He just wants the operation to run smoothly, and Egg is a demi-beast. You shouldn't listen to what people say, you should listen to what they are. Well, and you propose that dance music will supplant the system. Anodic dance music. He nods. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough, and yes I do. How'd you like the last work? I don't. He looks over his shoulder. Fucker giving me the evil eye. That's her innocence, Dolores Dame, mind your words. You defend her law, minion. He cracks his neck. She was a mass murderer. What's up with that? Mellow, man, mellow, yells his friend. No one's a mass murderer. This is a house of love. Mass murder on the floor. Oh wow, there's so much. Yeah, but like, who isn't accused of being a mass murderer these days? No one, says Arno von Eyck is a mass murderer. The Nordic pioneer Redveld is not a mass murderer. He is not accused of mass murder. Likewise, no one says Germain Egghead or Andre are mass murderers. You can live entirely outside that suspicion. Billions of people go about not being guilty of mass murder. He nods up. Just not her. Well, isn't she supposed to be an embodiment of the world spirit? The world spirit does not have a body, it has organs. Hardcore is an organ of the world spirit. He raises his left hand. This Arno von Eyck track is an organ. The carpentry and glass cutting that built this house are also organs. She's a thief if you ask me, an organ thief. All innocents are. Would you say she was, you know, human? Ha! The young man stretches his ribcage made of suspenders. I like this question, cop man. She did not live the life of a human. She lived like someone who was playing a game, the life of an operator. That's not a life humans live. She was adored, humans aren't. I don't know about you, but they hate me. And I don't think I'm innocent or some shit like... They do not think I'm innocent or some shit like that. Yeah, they hate this too, pointing to myself. Well, they loved her. They put all their love in her and forgot about the rest of us. The young man let go of the suspenders and they hit his chest with a slap. I do feel there is something terrifying about her. There is. She is a party repellent and must be taken down before we can start partying in here. Keep it. Keep the beautiful sharp shards. Keep her long face in her hair. The speed freak's eyes narrow with suspicion as if he's looking at a man possessed. It's not coming down. People are gonna love it. It's gonna be like our thing. His friend keeps dancing. Plus, the cold and the plus it keeps the cold and the rain out. Sorry, its accent changes every 10 seconds, and that's because I'm very bad at doing what it starts with. And I keep trying to do it and forgetting how. Anyway, but she's pretty. She invented the beauty you're feeling. She and her glass cutters and iconographers. He turns to look up at her face. You set the standard, all right. Then you meet it. It's effectively like that. But it is also very soft of core. That so-called beauty of hers. Then it seems that I like it soft because... You wouldn't be the first. Millions liked her. The young man frowns, worried. She's got those mass murdering lips. But she's the innocence of humanism. Humanism seems like a pretty big deal around here. Humanism leads to eating sugar and pigs. Humanism was invented to mass-produce billions of humans. Billions of humans can mass-produce hundreds of billions of pigs. And many, many more tons of sugar. She liked games. Her legacy, the thing we're living, isn't real life. It's strategy for some kind of victory. It's long-dead opponent. But yo, I'm only the Noid. What do I know? Resettlement programs were totally okay. I'm a big fan of resettlement programs for some reason. Are you a commie cop? I am. Then that's why. Communism is just a bloodier humanism, if you ask me. Has her love all over it. He nods up. I think I'm done talking about her. I don't want to think about her anymore. What a strange choice of words. Caustic, overflowing with negativity. That can't be healthy. What's happening here? Why do you keep coming back to the window? Wait a second. Okay. I don't want to think about her anymore. I also don't want to think about whoever drove us here. As in whoever made us drink, whoever made us forget everything. I don't want to think about that person. Could they be the same person? Could we have been married to Dolores Day? That seems very unlikely. I don't know. Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't come back to this anymore. Stop talking about it, please. Let's talk about the last work. Alright, I'm done talking about her. Okay, the man appears constantly worried. It's just the way his brows are built. The worry never leaves his face. I thought if I asked again, maybe something else would happen. Anyway, how are you settling in? Hard to say, Cop Man. Signs in here are distinctly wild. It's gonna take a while before everything's properly synced. I did get to talk to the crab man, though. You mean Diego? Anyway, he's giving me a kind of psychic rundown of this place. Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us. You mean all this sobriety stuff isn't too restrictive for you? Talking to him, I realized that sobriety can be pretty hardcore too. I gotta respect it. The man picks up on stuff, and he knows a lot about the church. I'm gonna learn a lot from him. Good thing you didn't squash him. What did Diego tell you about the church? The crab man's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubis has built this place about 380 years ago as a sarcophagus. Do you mean there are dead bodies here? Not like a literal sarcophagus. I'm just being metaphorical. What's it for? Encasement, confinement, of something they were afraid of, something new and unheard of on the Isola. He looks up into the darkness beyond the beams. I think that's what the crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs. Like this is some old world shit the Ubis had heard about, and thought the best way to deal with was to build a church surrounding it to contain it. Contain what exactly? I don't know. It's not something they properly understood either, what it does, but is what the Suna person is looking for, trying to measure. He nods towards the woman. It'll be fruitless though, she won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything. All those things they really can't. What makes you think Suna's gonna fail? Seems the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like with substance. I found a doomed commercial area in Martinez proper. Maybe it's the same thing that Ubis were trying to contain. The young man rubs his chin in silence and mumbles, like a concentric ring spreading out to the struggling villages. And this is what caused the communards to fail in beating the beachhead. Yeah, a lot of failure has gone down around here. Think there's any merit to that theory? He shrugs. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Not a thing we can answer, Cop Man. Even I have limits. I'm a limited psi person. Well, if it's without substance, I guess there's nothing to worry about. Maybe you can figure things out, Cop Man. I think we got on a good level here, but the signs are syncing up well. What's with the cloves? They're hardcore. That's it? They're just cloves. I thought there'd be more to it. It's just style, you know, normal hard style, anyone can wear it. I just want to aspect the place again, nothing in there. Take care, Noid. Okay. A seal? She's whistling a melody, her trusty contact mic attached to a wooden pulpit. At the sound of your footsteps, she stops what she was doing and turns to you.
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood are pretty cool. Creaks and stuff. Like you're underwater, you know? But like underwater inside a tree.
Can you speak up? The music's a bit loud. And yes, I'm being a little bit more like Contact Mike, alright? Don't even bring it up. But Contact Mike is... She cuts you off before you can finish the sentence. No, I actually want to thank you for getting me and my friends in here. We even found some new associates, such as they are. How's everyone doing? Good, I think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds carpentry very impressive, and Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's keeping the party up. It's got the stage under control. Suna, the programmer, she's doing, well, whatever she does behind that radio computer of hers. Doesn't talk to us much, and the crabman hasn't shown himself, thank God. Now can you tell me about your associates? Sure, you helped us out. How can I repay the favour? What do you want to know? New skill point! Hey, fantastic. Tell me about Suna. She's a bit odd, I have to say. Doesn't talk much, not really sure how to vibe with her, you know. Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time. But earlier today she told me about Welkins. Seal grimaces, as if it's the first time hearing the word. She seemed oddly happy, like she had some idea with those little creatures, some artistic idea. Didn't really listen, but I was busy with my mic. What about Diego? Oh, Crabman. She shudders. Still gives me the creeps the way he moves, but he doesn't actually come down that much, just crabs around the rafters. I tried to stay away from the Crabman, but he talks to Noid and seemed to have a thing going on. Oh, he talks to Noid? For what? beats me. Noid said they get along somehow. They're both crazy enough, I guess. What's he do up there? Who knows? She shrugs. He doesn't really answer a question, see? Not that it's easy to ask them. What we're supposed to do, yell up at the tower? Thanks. About the others? Tell me about Andre. Andre, he's a cool guy. He doesn't really come off as one, but he is, to me at least. He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean to say he's got a vision of what life should be, you know? He tries to push things until everything falls into place. He's an organizer. What, is he organized? Nothing, but then again, there's nothing around to organize. There's nothing to organize around here either. He really wants this church thing to work. Must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like this. He said it was an augury. I don't know where he got that from. She smiles. Andre's not super intelligent. I'd never seen him so psyched about anything though. And he's often psyched. Looked sort of desperate, or like it's his last chance or something, or maybe he was just high. I mean, not that he does drugs, just high, you know? On life? Yeah, anyway. Could it be that he's balding? Him thinking it's his last chance? Come to think of it, yes. She laughs. This is the first time you've heard her laugh. He's in some kind of self-destruction mode with that hair of his, bleaching it like that. Probably wants to get rid of it altogether. Is Andre your boyfriend? Yes, she nods. Tell me about the others. Tell me about Noid. He's a foul burger, I guess, like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not Egg. I don't know about him, but Noid and the rest of us are from Foulberg, making the pilgrimage up north to visit the Elysium. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle. What's he do? What do you mean do? Like for a living? No, I meant for breakfast. Of course for a living. He's a carpenter, trained and all. He's very good, he just doesn't have the mindset to work like that in a shop somewhere. What kind of mindset is that? He abides by the hardcore, sir. You would have to ask him yourself. And you? Sir, she gives you a switchblade smile. I abide by the law. A strange feeling. Every now and then, something feels off about the way she speaks. She doesn't change tone, but you feel as though there's more about her than she lets on. She wouldn't be... No. She couldn't be Ruby, right? I hope not. Anyway, what's this pilgrimage you're talking about? It's just something poor Foulberg kids do every spring to pass the time. We walk up the entire length of Boogie Street up to Jamrock, or as much as possible. As that's possible, why wouldn't it be? I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a bit bewildering. Oh, I'm sorry. Have I not told you that I'm a raging alcoholic who recently drank himself into an oblivion so deep he can't even remember what it sounds like the biggest street in the city? Kind of. I'm going to say yes. Well, I am. Okay, then we should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. Got lots of immigrants and all kinds of different people. It's unlikely I'll make it there. Chest pains. Need to continue drinking, but thank you. They do say death is an avenue like any other. She's silent for a second. I still think you'll make it to Boogie Street, though. Alright. Actually, tell me about the others. What's the deal with Egghead? What do you mean? What does he think he's doing when he yells all that stuff? Oh, that he's the party boy. He told me as much. What exactly is a party boy? I know that music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. That's to say they're a bit backwards. No offense if you like rock music, though. Rock music is cool by me. Patew, swish! Your credentials as the a resident of Future Man of Revachol are being questioned. Sure that you're hip with the times, Gramps. You have to tell me rock is backward. I am the Future Man. I abandoned rock in the 30s. Stupid rock. Puh. Okay, she nods. Anyway, even if you don't have vocals, you still need someone to say something every now and then, right? To urge things on. That's where Party Boy comes in. He basically stands on stage and dances and yells how awesome everything is. It's very catchy. I understand. People are usually afraid to do things if others aren't already doing them. Dancing makes you dance like sneezing makes you sneeze, or yawning makes you... He looks around a little embarrassed of the enthusiasm of his interjection. Anyway. Where's he from? How long has he been with you guys? Actually, I don't know where he's from or who he is, really. One time we were out partying somewhere in backwater Foulberg, or even Coal City, I can't remember, maybe it was Coal City. The worst of the banlieues. a wretched heap of closed down mines even west of Jamrock on the dusty slope of Mont Martin, the remotest possible area of Revachol. No one even wants to exploit these people anymore. Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning all night long. He just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of voice left. When the sun came up over the mines, there were mines, yeah. It was in Coal City, she nods. Egg came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back, couldn't even speak. It was definitely Coal City because it took us 2 days to walk back to the foe. He just wheezed the whole way, never really asked him why he came with us or who he was. I think his name is Germain. People are sweet, she says quietly. You can see it must have been a great night. The memory causes her to go silent for a moment or two. You wish you'd been there. Tell me about the others. Actually, tell me about yourself. Me, again. Yes, I forgot. Tell me about yourself. I told you, I'm a silver bird. There's that phrase again. It reminds you of something. Silver bird. Silver bird. I don't know. What's that mean? It means I don't answer questions about myself. Well, there's more to you than you let on. What am I not seeing? Alright. She picks up the tape recorder and looks you in the eye. There is. But I'm a police officer. You have to answer me. Is there a law that would stop me from lying, though? That would depend on the circumstances. The lieutenant taps his foot. Fair enough. Thank you. Thank you. Some other questions. Catch the silver bird. Okay, I need to know who she is. I keep thinking, oh yeah, I'll just end the episode after I speak to one more person, and then go, oh wait, yes. Now I'm drawn into another, hole that we need to find the answer to. And I'm very happy about that. Also, like, I want to know the answers. Just give me I need all the answers. Wait, do we really only have 1 reaction speed? Must have something that lowers it, because I have 0 currently. There we go, they lower it. Let's put on those trousers. Okay, those trousers will do. But that gives us +1 reaction speed. Is that all I'm getting? Still 2 swing, so it's gonna be good. I just need to do that, otherwise it won't work. Catch the silver bird. The silver bird has already flown away. We'll catch it later. Haha, what do you mean I'll catch it later? It's time for some reaction speed level up.
Welcome back.
28%, go. Okay, well, reaction speed going up again. That worked, right? Yep. 48.
Welcome back.
42. Go. Oh, 3 failures. Okay, let's see if I can get a point towards it.
Yo, man!
Yo, man. Just checking that nobody else has anything else.
What is it?
Yeah, I don't want to do that right now. Although there's no reason not to do that right now. Oh, do I have any other positives? Let me just check.
What is it?
It's a 3%. There's no reason not to do it, so I'll do it. I might as well put all my logic stuff again. Not that it really matters. Wait, yeah, actually, if it's at 3% either way, I need a crit, so just do it. All you hear is silence from your head. Okay. I needed a crit, so I wasn't going to be able to do that anyway.
Good morning! Yeah! Hardcore!
Whoa, that was a crazy sound we heard before. Yeah, it was awesome and scary, very hardcore. His voice booms through the chamber, then goes yet silent. Too hardcore, in fact. He brushes his hand through his hair. I couldn't control it at all. What happened? It sucked up all the air in the mix until it was the only thing left, started compressing itself and everything around it. Completely filled up my headspace. Extreme. Is there anything we can do about it? Oh, his mind is seemingly selecting through options. I don't know. Maybe someone can do something with this. Imagine this is the sound the future could make. Sounds like the future could be even more hardcore than I ever imagined. Oh yeah. Alright, see you later, Egghead. Hello, Andre.
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
Nothing. Okay. So, I think there's going to be nothing in here. Just check that logic didn't update.
Yes. What is it?
Nope. Okay. That's fine. So, in terms of quests, we got to make the jam even harder core, but we're running out of quests. Definitely running out of quests. Right. Time to leave. But running out of quests is good. It's a good sign. It means we're getting to answers. Although this is definitely the most paranatural bit that we've come to so far. Like, this has led to actually being paranatural. And with that, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.